Stefan, thanks for being with us this morning for another Monday morning of vaccine news. Your answers this morning gave us a lot of the big answers. You protect against severe disease at 100% efficacy. The vaccine appeared protective across age groups. Those are two big questions that experts have had. What can you tell us about two other ones that we know it's early to answer? Whether your vaccine can protect against infection completely and how long that protection might last.
Well, good morning, Meg, and thank you for having us back. So indeed, those are two questions that we still need a bit more time to gather the scientific data to understand first the duration of a vaccine. I hope that soon we should be able to share some data from the phase one. As you know, the phase one started in March, so we have much more data on neutralizing antibody, which, as this phase 3 data shows, is very predictive to efficacy. And so I think we should be able to get a good sense for the shape of a curve to give us an idea of duration. In terms of preventing infection, we need a bit more data. I hope in a couple of months we should have that data. And of course, as soon as we have it, we'll share it and we'll publish it.
Well, help us also put this update today into context when, we just heard from you 2 weeks ago about your efficacy rate. What did these results mean? And really, what do they mean for Moderna as a company that is now heading toward its first product reaching the market and one that will help with a pandemic?
Yes, I think the first piece, of course, is around the COVID vaccine, which is the first interim data 2 weeks ago was very promising. But as its name says, it was interim analysis. As you know, we defined the protocol with the FDA back in July to have at least 151 cases. So we're happy this morning to have 196 cases because, as you know, infection is going very strong in the US, unfortunately. So we feel very confident about the 94.1% efficacy that we'll be filing to the FDA today. But as you said, the most exciting news to me yesterday when I learned the data was the severe cases, because if we can prevent severe cases, it means reduced or no hospitalization and no death, and that will be, of course, I believe, a game changer in this pandemic. What it means for Moderna, as you say, we're going to be filing today around the world our first regulatory approval for our product for the regulators to review it, and hopefully, given the FDA has told us that our advisory meeting is likely to be on December 17. It is highly possible that between the 17th and Christmas, the product is approved. If you look at FDA, usually in terms of EUA, it might be a few days after the advisory committee. So it means that we'll be able first to ship products as soon as we get approval. We have worked very closely with Operation Warp Speed. And as we said, we should have up to 20 million doses by the end of the year. So as soon as we get approval, General Perna and his teams are going to get hold of a vaccine we have and start shipping it in the country. His goal is to vaccinate Americans within 24 hours from approval. But what it means for Moderna is much more. As you know, Meg, because you and I have been talking for almost 10 years now, we have a platform. mRNA is an information molecule. We have 6 more vaccines in development. We're going to start another phase 3 in 2021 against CMV, cytomegalovirus. It's the number 1 cause of birth defect in this country. 10,000 kids per year are born with birth defect because their mom got infected during pregnancy. There is no vaccine approved on the market. Our phase 1 and our phase 2 data were very strong. And so I believe that we have a very high chance, now that we know this platform is providing strong efficacy, to have potentially a CMV vaccine launch as well. And that vaccine, we believe, is 2 to 5 billion of annual peak sales. And then, as we said recently, we're going to go into flu, looking at the strong data we got in the elderly. As you know, efficacy of flu vaccine varies between 30 and 60%. We think the world needs a better flu vaccine, and we're going to work really hard to get that to the world.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.